Today we are going to start second chapter. It is your revision class. The second chapter, the name is physical and chemical change. So before starting the chemical and physical change, we must know what is change. Changing is the natural process. It happens everywhere, every moment. In your body also, changing is taking place. So changing, what is it changes? It is a law of nature. It occurs continuously and almost everywhere in the nature. Yes, my dear students, changes. Your height is increasing, your sound is changing, the way of walking, way of reading, this is the nature. This is your nature. It is also changing. So changing, changes, it always happen around you. So, but in your chemistry book, we need to know only two kinds of changes: physical change and chemical change. So first I am going to start. What is a physical change? The physical change, it is a kind of change in which no new substances are formed. No new substance. The changes in which no new substances are formed. It is a temporary change, you can say that, and without changing the chemical composition. Here two things I have written: temporary change and chemical composition without changing. These are two things are given. Yes, physical change, you can say that, in which no new substances are formed, only state will change. Only state will change. That is called physical change. I am going to give you example. Suppose I have taken ice. Already you know that what is ice. Ice. What is the form of ice? Formula is that water. There is a form. That is a which form? Solid form. And what is the formula of ice? Is that H2O, because it is made up of water. Formula is same, but further on heating, if you will heating, what form? Water. And what is the state of water? Liquid. And further on heating, what form? Vapor. V-A-P-O-U-R. And what is the form of that vapor? Gas. You can see that formula of ice is H2O, formula of water is H2O, and formula of vapor is H2O. Means by this flow diagram you can understand that nothing going to change the composition and no new substances are formed. Only states are changing on heating. This is called physical change. The change in which no new substances are formed, only state will change. You can see that composition H2O means chemical property will be same, only state will change. That is called physical change. This is also known as temporary change. But one thing is that physical change can be reversible and irreversible. Can be reversible and irreversible. How? I will try to make you understand. Okay, these changes are reversible or irreversible. That is irreversible. That is a reversible. It can be reversed. How? Vapor on cooling. What happened? Vapor will change into water, and again on cooling, liquid will change into ice. So you can see that this kind of change is a reversible change. Yani state are changing on heating, and again it's vice versa, it coming back to the original state in ice state on cooling. That is called reversible change, and no new substances are formed, and you can say that this is an example of physical change. Yes, my dear students. So you can understand very well what is the physical change and chemical change. One more thing. Suppose you have a piece of paper. This is a piece of paper. Piece of paper. I am going to cut from that side. What will you get? This size and this size. Paper is going to cut. Suppose you will get like that. After cutting paper, you will get like that. Does its chemical property will change? No, chemical property will not change. Still have same properties after cutting it. That is physical change. Can it be reversed? It can be reversed? No, because after the cutting of paper, you cannot get this paper in its original state. You cannot combine the paper. So in this case, you can say that physical change may be reversible or irreversible, because you cannot get the original shape of this paper, because once you cut the paper, shape will change but property will not change. This is an example of physical change. Also, though, you can take the example of vegetable. You have one big banana and cucumber, but after cutting it, once you cut it, you will get the new things. No, property will be same, but shape will change and you cannot reverse it. So you can say that physical changes are temporary change and it cannot be reversed. It may be reversible, it may be not reversible. So here in this case it is an irreversible change, but in this case it is a reversible change. So it is a very clear what is a physical change. Now chemical change, that is the opposite of physical change. The change in which new substances are formed. After combining, when two and more things combine chemically, new substances are formed. And formation of new substances, that is called chemical change. So just opposite of the physical change. What is that? First one is that new substances are formed. Yes, my dear students, always in chemical change, new substances are formed. Second, it is irreversible. It cannot be reversed. Once it happens, it is a permanent change. Physical change is a permanent change. Suppose you can give an example, all burning, all cooking. Suppose you will have an example of cooking, burning. All cooking, burning examples are chemical change. Because after cooking, new substances are formed. Because rice, uncooked rice and cooked rice, both are different. They have different properties. And this is examples of chemical change. Now, so I think you are better understood what is a physical change or what is a chemical change. Now, I am going to start some important topics which are given in this chapter. Let's understand by this flow diagram. Changing of ice into water. What is called melting. And one more word, fusion. So we will talk about fusion in later classes. Changing of ice into liquid, that is called melting. And again, changing of liquid into vapor, you can say that evaporation or vaporization. Again, vice versa, changing the vapor into water, you can say condensation. Vapor, changing the vapor into the water. And what happened? On cooling. On cooling. That is called condensation. And again, changing the water into ice on cooling is called freezing. So 6 things are there. First one is that melting. Melting. When happen melting? What conditions is there? On heating. On heating, ice will change into the water, and the temperature at which solid change into water, that is called melting one. Second one is that evaporation. Evaporation. My dear student, evaporation and evaporation is different. So I will talk on this topic, evaporation. What is evaporation? What is evaporation? I'll make you understand in another lecture. It is a very important. Evaporation, on heating, changing the water into vapor, that is called evaporation. You can say that evaporation. And next, third one is that condensation. Condensation. What is that? Changing the water vapor into the water droplets on cooling. On cooling. That is called condensation. And changing the water into ice on cooling is called, what is called? Freezing. It is a very easy. You can write the definition of these things with confidence and by your own self, by seeing the flow chart on heating, on cooling. What happening? Melting, evaporation, both are happening on heating, and condensation and freezing, both are happening on cooling. These were the very important topics in the book. So chemical change and physical change. What is a physical change? No new substances are formed. Only state will change. It may be reversible or irreversible. And chemical change, the change in which new substances are formed, composition will be changed. It cannot be reversed back. That is the chemical changes. And all cooking, burning, suppose you will get everywhere, anywhere you will get the example of burning oil, cooking food, boiling eggs. All these are chemical change. Thank you.